welcome back. It has been far too long that I have gone without making any videos on YouTube for quite some time. Been a very busy summer. I took classes over the summer, but a long story short, we're back here in Destiny again. It is week 50. You heard that correctly. Week 50 that we're on this here doing this, and it has been quite a journey. We're 2 weeks away from the Taken King, 1 week away from patch 2.0. Lots of changes coming, lots of exciting stuff happening. But until then, until the 2 weeks pass, all we have left to do is the prep for the Taken King. And I'm going to make a separate video on that. I'm prepping for the Taken King. But today we're going to focus on the weekly reset, because today is Tuesday, and we're going to find out what those Prison of Elder roles are, if anybody's even still doing Prison of Elders, which I very highly doubt. Our weekly and our Nightfall. Now I'm going to talk about the changes to the Nightfall that are coming up in the Taken King, for those of you who don't know or aren't really too familiar with some of the changes coming up. But let's talk about this week's Nightfall. Vows to Arc, again. The good news is we got some pretty sweet rolls here on the Nightfall. Solar Burn, Arc Burn, and Brawler. Vows to Arc's health has been nerfed significantly in the last patch that came out, I believe. Also, the vendor chick from the tower's gone, but that's a separate issue altogether. That was the same patch, but Vows to Arc. And then we're going to go to our weekly. Weeklies are getting the biggest change. It's going to be our good old House of Wolves strike again. Just angry, so it's really just going to be super annoying, lots of super annoying shields. Get your arc weapons ready, not because of arc burn obviously, but because there's lots of fallen on this one, if not exclusively fallen, except for that one little part where there's some hive. But other than that, it's just lots of arc shields. Your Fatebringer is going to help you out a lot here, Found Verdict, etc. Those shields are going to be super annoying. You're going to want to do your weekly 3 times this week. Now obviously you would always want to do your weekly 3 times on the hardest difficulty to get strange coins, but there's a big ginormous change coming to strange coins. They're not going to drop from the weekly anymore. In fact, there's not even going to be a weekly. There's going to be a weekly playlist, and you're going to get really good rewards for doing it 3 times. Now, the good news is you could do this on the same character. The bad news is that it's not going to drop strange coins anymore. It's going to be guaranteed legendary engram for, I think, and don't quote me on this, I could be wrong, the first 3 weekly strikes that you do in the weekly heroic playlist. So that's huge changes coming to the heroic. And there's also changes coming to the Nightfall as well. Nightfall perk is going to be removed completely, so you're not going to get sent to orbit when you die, when your entire fire team wipes in a Nightfall. And I have a mixed bag of feelings about this one. Yeah, it's going to make it easier for the more casual players, and it's not going to be as frustrating, but it takes a little bit of the difficulty. Part of what makes the Nightfall so fun every week is knowing that if we wipe, that's it. We got to start over from the beginning, so everything had to be so calculated. But I think that made everybody a little bit more tentative, if that's the right word. Am I saying that right? Tentative during the Nightfall, and they want people to be more aggressive, I guess, going forward in the strikes. So that's a change that Bungie made. Obviously, the weekly heroic is going away as well, I just talked about. So big changes coming up in a 1 week. That stuff's going to change in patch 2.0, and then we're going to get the new content a week after that. So that's your weekly, and let's go check out, see what our buddy Varix has for us. And then thanks for coming around, guys. We're back here. Finally loaded the Vespian outpost here. We're going to take a look at some of our loot that Varix has for us. And then we're going to hop back out to orbit, and we're going to look at the roles of our Prison of Elders here in a second. So let's go with Varix. Let's go see what our old friend has for us this week.
Below the prison.
He's got boots. Ooh, discipline boots. I'm on my hunter right now. As we've learned going on, the stat rolls per class are different. The armor piece is the same, so it's going to be leg pieces for warlocks, hunters, and titans. But the stat roll is probably going to be different for titans or warlocks. It's full discipline roll for hunters, and those are actually some pretty good boots. I actually might pick these up on my warlock depending on what the stat roll is. And the Wolf's Leash, the scout rifle. I really like scout rifles. I'm just not a huge fan of this one. or really all of the House of Wolves weapons for that matter. And then obviously your Judgment's Chance. All of these other fancy things remain the same.
Goodbye, Guardian.
And that's it. And we're going to head back to orbit here. And we're going to go check. Welcome. Here we're just going to look at these Prison of Elder rolls real quick. Broken Legion. Valis Tuug. Truug? I don't know how to say his name. Seeks to prove his might by crushing all who challenge him. This is going to be your Cabal guy. Urok's Grudge. This is the guy, the Flame Prince guy that you have to jump for. That's his special little gimmick. You got to jump up in the air because the floor becomes lava like you were 4 years old all over again. When you used to play the game that the floor was lava. But anyways, those are your two rolls. Obviously, Skullwasp remains the same regardless. And there you have it. So that's all your stuff for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Are you excited for House of Wolves? Because I am. Because I'm freaking excited for House of Wolves. I'm excited for patch 2.0, probably more than House of Wolves. But regardless, thank you guys for watching this video. Like, share, and subscribe it if you enjoyed the content, and come back again for my next couple Destiny videos. Now that school's over in the summer, I'm going to be making a crap ton more videos, especially about the Taken King. When that drops in about 2 weeks. But other than that, I'm probably just going to have to keep making videos about Destiny as is, and maybe I'll be making a prep video for how to prepare for the next 2 weeks for the Taken King's drop. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. My name is Enzo, you are YouTube, and as always, stay classy, Internet.